Should have bought my grinder. No time for this shit.
Index and thumbs, nigga. Break that bitch down.
And old school, that shit sticky though.
I used to hate
Hey
that shit.
everybody,
That
it's
fucking
the
residue
coach,
all in
and
your
this
hand.
is
Your
Madden
fucking tips of your
19
fingers be
on
black.
EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the London Bulldogs.
Get you a big pin, bro.
With that, we head across the Atlantic to London. Standing by with the call and maybe a little jet lag. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Graham.
Yeah,
Okay, Coach, thank you. We are about 4,300 miles away from you there in Orlando as we come to you from the European home of the NFL, London, England. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the London Bulldogs. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They come into this one off a bit of a clunker last time out, a loss that ended their 5-game winning streak. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, whatever promise they had to start the season fully evaporated now as they come in losers of 6 straight.
And sometimes when you're in the middle of a losing streak, being on the road is exactly what you want. You can only depend on each other. Let's see if they can use that as fuel in this ball game.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. This is taken at the 30. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Yeah, let's go play Spurler, bro.
Oh my fucking goodness.
I want to take on one of the big dogs, me. No disrespect to G, man. I ain't even thinking about him.
That's right.
Hope I don't play him, because I don't want to play him. I want Mamba, what you call it? A Boogie.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go
Rhythm
down
on
right
Boogie.
at the 30-yard
He just snuck away a
line.
couple
Call it a gain of
times.
4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the offensive starters for the Vikings.
For a lot of people, there are pros and cons to playing close to home in the NFL. But for Adam Thielen, it's nothing but pros. Grew up not too far from the Twin Cities, loves being a Viking, and is a really dependable third-down receiver.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allowed
Like, I got a route for sure. I know I can work where he probably, I'm anticipating him trying to go to cover 2 to 5. I should still be able to fit it in there, but at the same time, too, the deep ball I finally got working. If I could see that bitch popping, now we talking. Because I wasn't clicking on the man early enough before, so he had run it down for me. If I click on that bitch early, yeah,
Let that nigga speed gon' kick in.
Yeah, then I just outrun you that bitch. I hit him up a couple times at the end of the game with that bitch. I'm like, alright, I see how it go. If I could do that, the run game always working.
What's happening, boy? Yeah.
And that last one, that hurts.
What's good with you, Jim? Shit, man.
Now let's go! Blue Niners!
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go now!
Yeah, it's from 11 to 6.
Now back to throw.
Yeah.
And this is incomplete.
But they said people will be out, they're going to start performing at 12.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And before they can run this...
That's for sure.
Nah, you good?
Yeah. Whip it. Yeah. Set my fucking put on my fucking clothes, go get something to eat. Shave my face. Gotta do that first. We get it in. And we on that perk.
Okay. I probably didn't upload it. I thought I did, but I have to upload the pics on the service Titan. I should have those pics because I take pictures of everything. Right. Okay, we'll do. Okay. Hello? Yeah. But yeah, because I had looked it up. Yeah, it's
we're going to get a timeout.
It's 11-6,
They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Not even a sweet call,
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. After getting the turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, he tried to get rid of it. Pressure was coming right in his face, and it turned out to be a bad thing.
And it's so easy to be critical of him in that spot. When you have all those people bearing down on you, probably his last thought was just get rid of the ball. Give them what they want. Unfortunately, he gave it to them too well. Picked it off, ran it back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 79 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. That was a nice little setup there off play action for the long touchdown pass.
Yeah, I've got to tell you, it brings back bad memories for a guy like me as a former defensive back, because in a playbook I knew a long time ago, we described that play pattern as draw pass 9, go. Meaning fly pattern after the play action pass, trying to hit him for the deep ball, and boy, were they successful on that one. So tough because his speed is so great, you've got to make sure you don't miss any cues or keys in order to try and keep up with him.
Draw pass 9, go. That's still a nightmare to this day.
Yeah, I still wake up in the middle of the night and feel the guy going past me.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right?
He'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now out comes Minnesota. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think.
He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The numbers for Bryant last week. Unfortunately, his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he?
No.
He talked about the plays he didn't make. That's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Mike's by 4. Mike's by 4. Detroit. Detroit.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And, boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it's London football to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. That one goes for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Cousins now. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First grab so far for Diggs. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll get it up the middle. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And a route is on here in this first half. Jamal Agnew now to return it. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Right there. 54, right there. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Gone, 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 gone. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Detroit, Detroit.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's complete. Henry. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
Back to throw now on first down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, I'm coming after you.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Lucky 56.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Everson Griffin in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete. Desmond King there on the coverage.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun!
They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Throwing, Cousins. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play. To return, here's Agnew. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. And they're going to speed things up here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Detroit! Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Over! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And now a fumble. The ball's out. This offense so far on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
He's coming. We got double up. Detroit!
Now back to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. No, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with the running back. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Cousins from the gun on third. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Gun! 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 Gun!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Lucky 56. 4 down. Alert. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Crawford. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And they'll go on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, it's Crawford, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a stoppage here. We'll get another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns. Now it's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
He's going to float this one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Desmond King picks it. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 left.
All week long, he vowed to take that number down, told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up, I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he...
And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. It's just...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they'll run it here. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards there and a first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.